Things are changing at Prime pretty fast. TNT training miles have jumped from 30,000 miles to 50,000 miles. And Prime and Success have shut down all new truck orders. You can't order a regular lease or an Ace Lease truck right now. Let's figure out what they have in common. Thanks for watching. So, October 14th, our Prime Safety meeting was broadcast over YouTube, Facebook, and this happens every single Friday, which is a fantastic thing because it allows all of us here at Prime and, you know, people interested in trucking and interested in coming to Prime to actually have this information at hand and all these updates. Well, Prime has extended the TNT training period from 30,000 miles to 50,000 miles.
We'll start right with the news. Starting next week, Monday the 17th, anybody that comes to orientation, the training periods that we have currently in place are going to be extended. So right now, like all you folks that came in and went to orientation this week, the minimum is 30,000 miles, right? You get your CDL, you go out, you run a minimum of 30,000 miles. Starting Monday the 17th, that's going to 50,000 miles. You know, this comes down to equipment issues.
And I'm going to tell you, it's not really a bad thing.
For your new drivers seizing the opportunity to join our family, it's really about safety, and we should never forget it. We have a great customer base, but they would tell you, just as I'm telling you, that our highest calling is safety. Jason mentioned the changing of the mileage on the training side. That's not always bad, particularly this time of year.
And I'm going to tell you why. As of October 17th, anybody that comes into orientation, which is this last Monday, until further notice, once you pass through your PSD phase, you have 50,000 miles to complete for your TNT phase. You're probably thinking to yourself, man, how could this be a good thing? This is going to hold me up on getting a truck. It's going to hold me up on, you know, starting my career. Guys, if you're coming in at this time, you're coming in during the winter time. Okay, there's a lot of adverse weather conditions that you could actually be faced with as far as, you know, on the road, over the road driving. So you want to get as much experience as possible. And also, this has got to do with your relationship with your trainer as well. If you get linked up with a really good trainer that is willing to work with you and you guys are coexisting together real well in the truck, take advantage of it as much as possible. Now, I understand there's a lot of people that say, well, you know, Prime just wants team trucks. Prime just wants team trucks. Of course, Prime wants team trucks. Of course. But any trainer here at Prime would be naive to think that somebody fresh out of PSD could actually run team freight right out of the gate. It doesn't exist. It takes a while to get somebody used to and comfortable in their shifts to driving this truck comfortably and safely and efficiently. So the team freight thing to me is that's just a bullheaded comment, to be honest with you. There's never really truly a team truck until that trainee upgrades to an AC. Okay, when that trainee upgrades to an AC, has completed all the safety requirements, has had a safe record, it's safety, the fleet manager and the trainer have coincided and said, hey, he's ready to upgrade, then he can be placed back on that trainer's truck if he wants to and run as a team. That's the only time there's a full team truck. Guys, I've been out here almost 6 years and I still don't know anything. I mean, really, seriously. I know enough to get in trouble. And all it takes is one mistake to end it all. So believe me when I tell you, you can never have too much experience. Don't let 50,000 miles deter you from coming into Prime, coming into the trucking industry. Look at it as a blessing. You're right beside your trainer during this winter month period. You're getting this winter month training. If something happens, and you're at that point where something's about to mess up, guess what? You can look over at your trainer and say, hey man, what do we need to do? I need you to bail me out. Like, what's going on? You need to look at it as a blessing, okay? Now, what does this have to do with the trucks orders being shut down? Success is saying, hey, until October 24th or further notice, we're not allowing you to order any more trucks. Well, this has to do with the Ace Lease 2 weeks ago getting brought back full force. Everybody went nuts. You got to understand, there are people that just come to Prime just to buy trucks. They just want to buy trucks. They come to Prime to buy trucks. Like, that's the number one staple goal out of anybody coming to be an owner-operator, is to buy their first truck. And Prime is a fantastic place to do that. When the Ace Lease has been gone for 9 months, over 9 months, and Prime and Success just turn on the faucet and open the floodgates, there's a multitude of people waiting to get those trucks. So I can imagine the orders went through the roof. Well, Success says, hey, whoa, we can't actually fulfill these. Like, we got to stop. We're not going to, the truck availability is not there. And the market is still recouping from the COVID epidemic. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but they've got to play catch up. Okay. That's the biggest thing. We are still playing catch up. The industry is still playing catch up. The market is still playing catch up. So it's only temporary. So don't think that, well, Prime's shut down all leasing. We can't order new trucks now. My goal of, coming into Prime and owning my truck is just gone. It's not. Come on into Prime, okay? Just get an existing lease. Until Prime stops hiring, that means that they want you here. Now, Prime will, as you've seen in some of my other videos, Prime will initiate a hiring freeze temporarily because we have so many slots per month that we can bring people in. Now, this all coincides with truck availability, freight, and all this other stuff. And as we've seen in the driver meeting on the 14th, the customers are also like in consideration. And people say, well, yeah, screw the customers, no, it's about us, it's about us. No, without the customers, there is no us. That's the bottom line. You got to think logically here. If we don't have customers, we don't have freight. If we don't have freight, we don't need trucks. If we don't need trucks, we don't need drivers. So it's a full circle industry. Everything works hand in hand with each other. So the best thing to do is have a positive attitude, have your goals set in place, come into Prime. If you can't order a new truck, that's great. Grab an existing lease truck, hone your methods for this leasing part of the business. Okay, your actually business management side of being an independent contractor. Get everything knocked down and locked in to where you are safe, effective, and efficient at operating your business. Then make that next step to order the truck once it opens back up. So guys, don't be discouraged. 50,000 miles is not a terrible thing. It's actually a blessing in disguise. You get that extra experience. And you know what? If you and your trainer work hand in hand together well, you want more experience, talk with him about maybe bumping you up. If he's a lease contractor, you can actually, like they said in the driver meeting, you can actually talk with payroll and get that guy to upgrade to an AC, and you can go ahead and set him up as on a certain rate per mile constantly. Plus with a per diem, which is non-taxable for you and your trainee. Now, I know you're going to have people out there saying, well, it's ridiculous because we have to pay the trainees. I don't really agree with that either. It's Prime's employees. I believe that, it should be a split half and half thing. But guess what? That's one of the things that I don't really agree with here at Prime. But like I said, there's a lot more to love than there is to hate. So, guys, it's a fantastic company. It's a fantastic training program. It's a fantastic leasing program. Do not let this hike in miles and the lack of trucks discourage you from coming in. So if you're interested in coming into Prime, there's a link down below in my description. Guys, go take you straight to my recruiter. If you don't use me as a referral, that's fine. But that recruiter, Dustin Hensley, he's the guy that you want to talk to. He'll get you in and out super quick. So thank you so much for watching, guys. And if you haven't already, like, sub, and share the channel. Get that information out there. Stay safe. God bless. Great Skater out.
Garbage.